Sorry guys, stupid S6. After 30 minutes, to say I couldn't record anymore. So we're gonna We're gonna do this as a second part. And as I was showing you guys with the S Pen, you can do a screen write. So we're gonna do screen write. Oh no, my bad. That's the wrong one. little action for you guys. Screen write. There we go. So say you want to save that, and you got some other stuff that you want to look at. Capture more. My IG, bunch of naked bitches. And then you'd be done, and then it'd come out. It'd come out as a long thing. So if you want to be like, well, look at her breast. Her breast size double D's. Or you want to be like, hey, look at this. You tell your girl to buy herself some of these panties. But that's a nice little feature on the Galaxy. You're able to see that and whatnot. But let's see what else we got on here. We got S Note to look at your S Notes. You got the sketchbook. I think you had to download this on the Samsung Gallery app. This is a little sketch I did. As you can see, it's pretty cool. You got all these different pens, and you got a what is that? Like a spray pen, a small spray pen, like a marker, and like one of those. I forgot what are those pen called. A pencil. You got some like crayon type. I forgot some of these names of these fucking things, but you could also, whenever you write, you could write in any of this different modes, any different shapes. So like, say we want this shape, right? We just go right there and it come out as that shape. Or if you want another one, let's see, a splatter. Just do a splatter. See, as you see, it's a little splatter, but you could also make, like I said, you could also make this bigger. You could make it smaller. You could edit a lot of these features: medium, opacity, spacing, radius, hardness. You can see small, big, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But that's another nice feature of the pen. You could draw actually really like more detailed pictures and let me see what else. There was another one. I forgot what it was. Which one was it? Yeah, it was the sketchbook, right? Let's see. Let me see. I have to make another video or something on, but I was gonna show you something, but never mind. I guess I don't know what the fuck. But other than that, another feature that I think is pretty nice to have is the wireless charging. It has built-in wireless charging, and what they say by fast wireless charging is that, put it in simple terms. I'm putting simple terms that y'all understand. Is that right now, the old school wireless charging, I'm guessing this is what they mean. I'm pretty sure this is what they mean. The old school wireless charging, when you set your phone on the old wireless chargers, was at 1 amp. 1 amp is the slowest, charging rate, even for a wired cable. That's pretty much the slowest. And what I'm thinking, that the fast wireless charging is at 2.1 amps, which is standard, charging. Not quick charge like, the 2.0 quick charge, but under the quick charge, when your wired cable is a regular 2.1 amps. So I'm guessing the wireless charging now is 2.1 amps, and that's why it's faster. So I understand. I'm pretty sure that's what they mean. So that's a nice little neat feature. Do I use it? To be honest with you, no, I don't. I rather just quick charge the hell out of my phone. I want to get the most charge out of my phone. So I really don't use it. I'm not gonna say I do, because I don't. Another thing, since we're talking about battery, a lot of people are like, oh well, the battery's smaller on this. Yes, it's a 3000 milliamp hour battery, but let me tell you this: on my Note 4, I would go to work at 7. I'd wake up, I'd have disconnect my phone at 7. By 12 o'clock, 12:30, I was already replacing the battery on my phone. So I would replace it with another battery. So 7, and like I said, I'm a big, like I said, like I'm showing you guys right here. I have unlimited 4G LTE through Verizon. So I use my phone all the fucking time. And hold on, give me a second. This drops. Well, yeah, from 7 to like 12:30 would one battery charge would last me. So it lasts me about, like I said, what, that's like 5 hours, and then I'd replace it and put another battery. And by 12:30, by the time I got home, like around 4:35, I had to recharge the battery or put in the one I was putting at charge. On this, I could unplug my phone at 7 in the morning. By 3:30, 4 o'clock, I need to charge it. So let's add that up. 7 to 4 o'clock. What is that? That is about 9 hours. Yeah, sorry, I had to add that shit up. But 9 hours on one single charge. And I have to charge this just once. The whole day, I'll charge it once. It'll last me for the rest of the day. Charging it once is nothing. The battery is good to go. I was really impressed on this. The other one, the battery is always dying quick. Even when you're not using the phone, the battery's dying. But this is way better than the S6 as well. The S6, I probably charge it 2 to 3 times a day. Just on the charger. So I mean, this charging it once a day is not gonna, like I said, you have to replace, even like if you had the Note 4, you still had to replace the battery twice. But this, I mean, yeah, replacing the battery is more convenient because you'll never have to charge it, right? Because you'll just take it out, put the new one in, and you never had a charge time. I had to have the phone on the charge. But even charging this once a day, that's still a win. That's still a major win. Once a day, like I said, I'll charge this at when at 4:30, charge it, be done like 5:30. Don't ever have to charge it again, until I go to bed. I go to bed till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll still have juice like 70%. And I noticed that this battery, once it goes under 50%, this battery kicks ass. Like what I'm saying is kicking ass is that this battery, will last. For some reason, once it gets down to that 50%, it like kicks in and it'll last longer, and it doesn't discharge quite as fast as the first 50%. But the battery is a definite win on this. Just take my word for it. But another thing that I really like is the slim bezels. As you can see, actually, sometimes when you're watching a video like this, it kind of looks like it doesn't have any bezels. Let me see the ones on the Note 5. Yeah, the ones on the Note 4 are a little bit bigger on the bezels, but it is what it is. Like I said, the bezels on the Note 5 are much, much better. It kind of, like I said, it seems like there's no bezels, which I really like. Sometimes, if we covered this up, it kind of does look like there's no bezels. But that's another win for the Note 5. Last couple things, just little things that I actually really enjoy. Like I said, the double tap camera. It's fast, you never, like I showed you guys earlier. Compared to the Note 4, this thing is quick. I mean, you need to capture a picture, do a video. You see something cool on the streets, or some people throwing it down. Go to World Star Mexico, whatever. Let me see. And then last but not least, I'm gonna do is themes. I actually the themes that I have downloaded is Material, which is more of a lollipop stock look. I actually wanted a dark Material, but I kind of didn't like the icons that it had for a couple things. So I don't know, they were kind of fruity. So I just left it back on Material, which, like I said, is more of a lollipop stock lollipop look. I really liked it. The default, like I said, I don't like those bubbly fucking icons or whatever, but theme store is pretty sick. Got a bunch of themes. Some you pay for them, some whatnot, and well, it is what it is. It's pretty nice theme store. But and then you also got your screen grids, which you could put four. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4 apps across and 5 down, or you could do 5 by 5, 5 apps down and 5 across, or the regular. Just have it 4 by 4 because I don't really need all my apps up in my screen. That's why I got the app drawer. I don't need two app drawers, one on my home screen and one on app drawer. So I have some apps, the main, some of the most of the main apps that I use. Like this tells your battery, well, how much is charged, and just a little graph, some music widget, some of these hibernate. I really don't use it. I actually just had a couple of these, but battery's really good, so I don't use it much. Tinder, cloud, and some widgets just to make my home screen fill up a little bigger. My clock widget, Google, and the Play Store, eBay, and email. Some of these are most stuff that I use the most. Just like I said, just I don't like having another app drawer in my home screen. So I just put most of the stuff that I use, like radio, Pandora, and see screen for my Broncos, see we win or lose, and my bank. Just the most important ones go on the screen. But that's about it, guys. I mean, would I recommend this phone for you guys? Is this a upgrade to the Note 4? Personally, I think yes. Like I said, this has no, I'd say about 99% no lag. So, I mean, that's one thing. If you had the Note 4, the Lollipop made it to shit. And it did have lag issues. And, like I said, it did take it to shit. And this thing runs so smooth. I mean, it's like smooth like butter, like cutting a warm knife through butter. It's really, really smooth. And I personally I do think it's an upgrade. At first, I did not think so. Was like, man, did I just spend over? Some people spend over $700, and they're like, oh shit, this was a really big of an upgrade. Yeah, I mean, some hardware stuff is not an upgrade, but the experience of having a flagship phone that's a true flagship by having a nice built material, no lag, no lag of at all, a nice well built camera, takes awesome quality pictures, a fingerprint sensor that actually works real good, a awesome screen. This is a real true flagship. I'm not saying that the Note 4 wasn't a true flagship. Yeah, it was. I had a magnesium built, trim around it. I had the plastic. The camera was good. The plastic bag, which I mean, it was a plus too because you could remove the battery. But you compare apples to apples. This one's the most fresh. Apple, the best looking one. Not like yeah, this is Samsung. We're not comparing Apple, but I'm saying, oh, we can use orange to oranges. This is the best looking orange compared to the Note 4. Like I said, if you have the Note 4, I would definitely recommend this. There's a lot of things that the Note 5 is better than that 4. I mean, which you'd expect. I mean, it's the newest flagship, but it is what it is. I appreciate y'all, tuning into my review video. And if there's any products or stuff that you guys want me to review, just leave them in the comments, and I'll be sure to check some of those products. Sometimes I have stuff that you guys comment, and some people send me messages, check some stuff out, and I got a couple of stuff that major sites that haven't reviewed, because I don't know, I don't know what they go off by, but we review whatever the people want to see or you guys want to see. We don't give a fuck if it's sometimes I like buying shit that's old, that's still badass, that some people forgot about, and I'll review that shit, because some of this stuff that some of this shit is gold, some of this old stuff is gold. But I appreciate checking out the video. Until next time, deuce.